Burns became trapped inside a narrow crevice blocked by massive rocks, and to stay alive, he survived by eating the insects crawling inside the crack. However, the bugs were nowhere near enough to satisfy his hunger, so he chased away a nursing mole and took over its burrow. After finally getting enough food and water to regain some strength, Burns managed to struggle his way out of the crevice. As soon as he returned home, he turned on the television, expecting to see the entire town mourning his disappearance. To his surprise, the news was focused on something completely different. Everyone was grieving the loss of Old Rock. The moment Burns heard that, he spat in frustration.
Quickly, Smithers, rehydrate me.
A few days earlier, Springfield's famous Old Rock had been officially designated as a National Geographic landmark. Lisa noticed that a small tree had started growing from the rock's eye, and Homer worried that it would ruin the landmark's appearance, so he secretly climbed up and pulled it out. The very next second, cracks spread across Old Rock, and a violent tremor shook everyone below right off their feet. Homer shouted for everyone to run before disaster struck. Within moments, huge chunks of rock came crashing down from above. Burns had no time to escape and was buried beneath the rubble. Seeing this happen, Smithers immediately rushed forward and began desperately moving rocks out of the way.
Mr. Burns is gone, and tonight was the night I was going to show him my tattoo.
Fortunately, Burns was so thin that he eventually squeezed his way out through a narrow gap on his own. When he finally returned home, he discovered that everyone was mourning Old Rock, and hardly anyone cared about him because most people viewed him as a heartless boss.
Thank you, Gazer Rock, for doing what none of us had the courage to do. Smush, Mr. Burns.
Determined to improve his reputation among the people of Springfield, Burns decided to buy every media outlet in town.
I really got hooked on this stuff.
The head of the media company insisted that the television station was not for sale. Smithers immediately pulled out a small bag of money in an attempt to persuade him, but the executive still refused. Then Smithers produced a much larger bag filled with cash, and inside the deal was even a beautiful woman.
Want to split an ice cream sundae?
Done and done.